department.
Yeah.
I met a lot of my heroes.
Your heroes, yeah.
So I've done a lot of that.
And did anyone disappoint you? Or was everybody as you thought they might be? Were they all...
Well, to cut the record straight, I'd never actually got to jam or play with anybody who was my hero, you know. I mean, been Ace,
other people's heroes.
Eric Clapton, Jeff, B.B. King or something like that. Yeah. So it was kind of funny kind of supports, but quite a lot of them stand out, you know. I mean, Bryan Adams, I wouldn't cite him as an influence or not, but I supported him.
But I mean, he's a pretty major.
Pretty major, well, and yeah. That he even confirmed my belief that corporate rock and roll is not the place to be.
Not what you want to do.
You know, because he came off stage and he had a guy putting a bloody towel over him.
Did he?
And his private chef. And
see, now I always thought that Bryan Adams, and I don't know whether this is true or not. Anyway, it's what you read, of course. But he's one of these who's supposed to be a very natural guy, but he's obviously not. Then, no. If that's the case at all, it's all. I
don't think that at all. No. You know what I mean?
That's blown.
I mean, we've still got, you know, the sandwiches with a lot of things in them, you know, in the trailer, you know, and he had steak and whatever, you know, made by his chef, and he had his. Who takes their accountant on tour?
No. Yeah, I've got you.
So that was a bit kind of.
Yeah.
And another band, well, act I should say, it surprised me because I was never a fan of Status Quo, but they were absolutely gems. Gems.
Were they?
Really nice guys, good for a laugh, and they were really good to us. They were really good to us, and fit as hell. I mean, really, Francis Rossi did.
They were 60s, weren't they, when they first? Was it Tambourine Man that came out with it?
No, it was
first one.
Matchstick Men.
Matchstick Men, that's right, Matchstick Men, and that was
1969.
69, yeah.
So
and they're still going strong.
And they were brilliant. They were really craftsmen. That's the word.
Yeah.
Even though you didn't like their music, if you went to the gigs, you'd walk away.
Yeah, it's because it's quite formulaic. I mean, for me, I would say it's quite formulaic, the music, generally speaking. But I can see why people love them.
I mean, live just blew me away. To the point. Jack Bruce was an interesting one. He's a real moody pain in the eye.
Is he?
He's not a nice bloke. He's not a nice bloke.
That's what I want to know. A bit of gossip.
I wanted him to be a nice bloke, you know.
But he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't. No.
Yeah.
But it was still great to meet him and spend a bit of time with him.
Yeah.
And a great musician. So no.
Yeah.
People let them
Everyone
off.
Can't be great.
People let them off, you know. He's a great musician.
Yeah, so therefore it doesn't have to be a nice guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not true.
But I was interested. He was good to a certain degree, you know. Just a very grumpy man. Who else? There's been loads. Oh, Tom White, Paul Carrick. Paul Carrick is excellent.
Nice guy.
He was a gem. He took us on the road for a couple extra gigs.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Because we was only going to be doing the one, you know, and he liked what we was doing.
What he did.
And he was really nice, and you know, I gave him an album, he gave me an album. I thought, oh, that's really nice of him, you know. And he's another kind of working musician. There's no flannel with him, you know.
Yeah.
It's very straightforward kind of.
I think, is that not true of people generally who are more into just like enjoy their music? I would have thought.
I think so.
You know, I'm sure everyone's not like that. I can't remember who I went to see somebody and I was really disappointed. And I love the music. Sunny Side of the Street, I can't even think of his name.
Van Morrison, oh, he's a grumpy.
Grumpy?
Yeah.
What a grumpy.
I haven't met him, but I know he played at a festival I did called Fife Aid 2.
Sounds good.
If it's okay, it was a serious bill, you know. There was,
I think I've heard of Five Fade. Is it just been? Has it not been the one?
There was two.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, obviously. Could hear them laughing downstairs.
They got bust. You know, they got bust after the second one because.
Okay.
I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It poured rain most of that day, and they lost a lot of money. But I think it was something to do with it. You know, the guy who did that. What was his name? Come on, let's have a look at this moss. What was his name again?
You got me there.
No, he was in a telly at the time with the beard. Bob, help.
David Bellamy.
David Bellamy? No, that's not him. He's a photographer.
No. Who's Bellamy?
It's something. Never mind.
You're gone.
He was rubbish.
Right.
It didn't happen. But you know, there was Marillion, there was Runrig, there was Jack Bruce, there was Rick Wakeman.
Really?
Steve Hackett. The Blues in Trouble. Me. and that was quite a good gig, you know.
It sounds great.
Yeah,
yeah.
What are we talking about? I'm just
men there, and that sounds great.
There was some grumpy men in there. Oh, and Van, that's where we're coming. Yeah, Van Morrison was doing that gig.
Was he really?
And it was a friend of mine called, a very good friend of mine called Jim Condy, great slide guitar player. And Van Morrison had said, I'm coming over, I can't afford to take my band, so I want the best band you can possibly put together. And it was all the top guys for Edinburgh, you know, and Jim's one of those. So he put a really great band together, and they rehearsed for like 6 months prior to the concert, and they learned every track
Van Morrison track
they could think of, you know, and how they would, you know, you just assume they're going to do it as is, you know, and they put a lot of work in. And he didn't arrive. He was supposed to arrive like a day before so he would rehearse. He didn't bother, and then turned up, and it was like 5 minutes before it to go on, type of thing. And he went, "Oh, there's the set list, guys," and what, you know. And
that was it.
Well, they spent so long doing the real hard stuff, you know, kind of Astral Weeks and all that kind of stuff,
right,
you know.
Okay,
and he did a total gospel thing on them. You know, and it just didn't work, basically. And he moaned all the way through it, you know.
Yeah,
crap.
yeah. I think I saw him in Manchester.